Good day, grade 10 learners. Welcome to today's video. Now, I just want to mention one thing before we begin. This is module 6.2. This is found in the second edition and the third edition. And the subsequent video to this, module 6.3, is not found in the third edition, but is still here in the second edition. So I'm just running through this again. So let's see what's in module 6.2. Not a very long module, but it's looking at finding information. How do we go about that process? And there they give us all the steps involved. So let's jump in. What we want to do is look at finding information. In 6.3, we're going to be looking at using and processing that information and presenting solutions and information. Now, does this seem familiar? Yes, it should, because we're talking about these skills in terms of the PAT. Okay, so you can use what you are building here, what you are learning here to incorporate in your PAT. And look at that. When we are wanting to research something, we need to determine what information we actually need. We need to investigate what is given. So read through the problem, highlight important facts, ask questions like what, where, when, how, why. Okay, so you want to first of all investigate what is given. Then you want to describe your task. Sound familiar? Task definition, right? Write down what the task should look like, what you actually have to investigate. And then based on that, you begin to ask more questions. And these questions help you to identify more information that you might need. So step one is to investigate what is given, right? Here they give us a scenario. The CAT class wants to start a WhatsApp group, but some parents are unhappy about it. That is what is given to you. What do you need to do? You need to create an info brochure to inform parents about WhatsApp and to put them at ease. Okay, so what's given and what's needed. Then we need to describe the task. So how will it be presented? Is it going to be a report, a brochure, a poster? And who is it intended for? Then with regards to the content, the problem that you have to solve or the task you have to complete. What was the problem? What did we find? That the parents were unhappy about a WhatsApp group. You want to create a brochure to inform them about WhatsApp and to put them at ease. So that's going to be the bulk of your content. Then you need to identify the information you actually need to find. And here you need to write down all the questions you can think of and place them in the right category in your table. Folks, if you've done these modules, it's going to be a great benefit to you when it comes to your PAT. You need to look at the questions carefully. Some questions are unnecessary. So you can write on a ton of questions, but some of them, as you go through it again, you'll have to erase. Some answers are obvious. You can write them down. Some answers you don't have yet. You'll have to maybe email for an answer, send out a form for an answer, things like that. As we continue, determine, again, we're still in that section, what information you need. So you could have your questions here and putting them under different headings. Like all these questions pertain to basic information. All these questions have to do with the advantages of WhatsApp. So those are the things that you are going to be doing. That's how you put it into the different categories. And then you decide about the resources. Are you going to use electronic media? Are you going to use printed media like books and magazines and newspapers? Are you going to use questionnaires, whether they are physical, whether they are Google Forms? What are you going to be using? Now, you want to make sure that your questions only have one answer. Here's an example. If asked how many hours learners spend on Facebook, the answers can be varied, but you give them specific categories. 0 to 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, more than 4 hours. So they'll only select A, B, or C. How does parents feel about Facebook? Give them a scale from 1 to 5, right? So while they can still choose, you are giving them specific items to choose from. You want to then save the data, facts, and information that you find. And strategies that you can use is to type researched information in a Word document, save copies of the web pages in a folder, make notes of the interviews, place copies and clippings in a file, and create a summary table to help you track or keep track of the information. Folks, again, this is your PAT. This is helping you with the PAT. a summary table should have these headings. It should have the question, the title of the book, web page, whatever it is, the author, the URL, the date it was updated, and a short summary of information. This was the section underneath your tables, right? So yeah, this all goes back to the PET. And then was the information reliable or not? And that's it for module 6.2. That's what it's focused on. And if you've been busy with your PET, especially grade 10 DBE learners, this is a module that can really assist you in going through the process of doing your PETs, besides the other PET videos that I already have. All the best. I'll see you in the next video.